everyone's probably asking, okay, how can we go ahead and invest our commissions if we're only making 20%? We are now bumping up the commission to 50%. All right, you are now making 50. You can make up to 50% on the deals where you will no longer have to play telephone with a deal, right? Usually what will happen, you get a deal in, you fill in a pricer. If it's a mortgage deal, then one of our reps will give it a call. After that, they will call the client. The affiliates won't be notified at times because we just move it so quickly. The affiliate isn't notified till the end of the day or the following day, which it's kind of frustrating. And we understand that because if that happened to us, then we would go ahead and also be frustrated with the process. So what we're doing now is giving you the ability to go ahead and close from beginning to end your deal, which will allow you to make 50% of the commission.
Clap it up, Jose.
Right?
Clap it up. That's exciting news.
Which is
exciting news.
That's amazing because I don't think anyone in the space, I know Stanley, you had mentioned before, we were looking at who pays what and where we are with the competitors. Where are we? I mean, what did you find when you looked at the competitors? Where's everyone else at?
Right now, they're far below us because we're paying out 50% more. Because the average industry is anywhere from 10, max is 30%, but you have to scale up to that. Yep. So the fact is, like I said, we're a family here, right? And each one teach one. The fact that if you bring one deal or 10 deals, we're paying 50%, unheard of. Unheard of. Yeah. Understand that. It isn't just a flex or something we're just doing. We know we want to feed you guys. Some of you guys are marketers, spending your own money. Some of you guys are doing it after your 9-to-5 jobs, going to events to build your brand, spending money on Instagram, Facebook, getting our VAs or getting marketing from our marketing department. Things that cost money. So we want to make sure you get the ultimate return on investment, not just replenishing the funds you're spending, but making substantial profit on it.
That's great. Sorry, guys. I had to grab tequila first. Now Tequila Thursday. He's not doing the toast.
Please don't knock me out with the bottle.
Well, Stanley is right. So we are going ahead and bumping up the commission, but understand this: that with great commission comes great responsibility. What does that mean?
Did Thanos say that? It sounds like something that Thanos would say.
What does that mean? That means that now you have to understand the programs. Remember before when we just had, the live dives and the classes, and unfortunately not a lot of people took advantage of it. Now you would want to join those classes because you need to understand the program. You need to understand what documentation you need to provide. You need to understand how to properly go ahead and work the deal so that there's no one else involved. Now, remember, this means that you're doing 100% of the job. Yep. Okay? So you're collecting the documents, you're speaking to the client, you're presenting the deal, you're collecting closing documents, and then after that, we let you know when the deal is ready to fund. Reason why, you got some of your professionals in your own field. Some of you are in the mortgage space, right? And then you're sending us over deals that we can beat or that you are unable to close because the rate may be too high or you don't have access to the programs. So we figured, why do you a disservice and have one of our guys close it where in turn you make less money as opposed to us just giving you the approval. So now you have access to the approval, but you do have to go ahead and obviously understand the guidelines, the programs, and what's needed on both the business lending side and the mortgage side as well. But here's the kicker. If you do not know or don't understand the process just yet, our guys are still available. Okay? And that's important because sometimes it's better to make 100, a little bit of something than 100% of zero. So if you don't understand the programs and you think that you want to make 50%, but you can't close the deal or don't know how to properly explain it, just still hand it off, but learn, join the classes, the courses, so that you can go ahead and present the deals on your own. But I think a lot of you guys are capable of doing it yourselves. Yep. So why not give you more money? So that's why today's topic is, what are you going to do with all that money you're going to make now? All that commission you're gaining, what are you going to do with it? And it's just investing it, right? I mean, Ryan, you're
let me piggyback on that.
I wanted to piggyback on that. Yeah, wait, can we toast first? Can we toast? We're 10 minutes in. It's 7-Eleven. No free Slurpees yet.
Sorry, guys. Cheers.
Go ahead and cheers. Stanley, I know you don't drink tequila, Stanley, but
to the new guy, to the new guy, Ryan.
Cheers to Rye Guy. Cheers to Rye Guy.
Thank you for having me. And I gotta say, these guys have been amazing. They've already taught me.
Speak to the mic a little bit, Rye.
I'm dumbfounded by just how much these guys have already taught me just about the space. Just coming from, only looking at 80% plus stabilized properties, talking 80 plus percent, occupancy in place, having to pull past 10 years historicals, whatever it might be, all the bank statements, PFS statements, appraisals, and then you need to do your own full appraisal, full doc every time. Over here, we're already working with new investors. New investors welcome. I've never even heard of that in this business. Normally it's 10% plus properties in your schedule of real estate. And also, we're going up to 100% LTC.
Yeah.
Especially for the fix and flip space.
And Ryan, I know you started this week on Monday. How many deals? Well, first of all, how many deals, if any, did you get on Monday? Your first day?
Just first day, 3 deals.
Yeah, clap it up for that. Clap it up for that.
And now, so far,
No, time out. This is where they insert an ad. That's because we get the best leads in the space, and it comes from where do our leads come from, Jose?
leads to closing. Leads
to closing.
But not just leads to closing. He also uses the CRM, which is very important. Same tools that we have provided to you guys that we emphasize to use over and over and over again. This is making him successful. It works. Right?
Yeah.
But go ahead, Ryan. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. So you've closed 3 deals. Obviously not closed. I'm sorry. He submitted in 3 deals. How quickly was the process? Because I know you were stumped, right? We were like, wait, that's it? This is all I have to do? Explain to us, what did you have to do? You got on the phone. You spoke to Bob the investor. He said, yes, I'm interested.
Bob the builder.
Bob the builder. What? How many questions did you really have to ask?
I only had to ask probably 6 questions. Didn't have to go back and forth with, here's 10 more questions. Yeah. Thanks for submitting that information. And here's another 10 questions, to the point where you're just kind of, spinning the wheels at that point to the borrower. But here, all I had to do, ask the real questions that matter.
Yep.
Get the pricer in, go to underwriting, and already got terms back within 24 hours.
Fire. Clap that up too, Jose. Mm-hmm. That's fire. Yeah. Now, I know Stanley is definitely feeling very proud right now. He's gonna feel like the best trainer on the planet, everything like that. But before I do toss it to Stanley so he can pat his own back, ladies and gentlemen, understand this. Ryan's been in this space, right? Mm-hmm. But when you first come to our company, we still have to, teach you the programs. Right. So right now, he's receiving the same training that you guys have been receiving for months. You understand what I'm saying? So understand, you should only really be on the phone with these guys like six questions. Yeah. 6 questions. So all you should really be asking for us to go ahead and provide an approval, right? But now, the great part is you guys are going to get bigger commissions if you present the deal yourself. And understand that the topic of tonight is what you're going to do with that money, because think about it. Already overnight, if you guys continue to just keep doing all the work, you're going to get more than double of what you're making right now on the deal. You understand what I'm saying? So it's very important. We're all super excited, to deliver this message to you guys, because at the end of the day, keep us busy. Yeah. We want to be your back office. We don't want to sell your deals. We don't even really want to talk to your clients, to be honest. We don't want to. We just want to be your back office.
We got enough of our own.
Listen, you guys do the work. Let us do the grunt work. Let us get the approvals. Let's do it all that. You guys sell the deal yourself. Get a 50% rip. Yeah. And understand that other companies are probably offering you 30. Some people are also going to offer you 40. There might be some companies out there that are going to offer you 50. But they don't have as many. They don't have as many programs as we do. Right.
But so, I'm sorry to cut you off. I know
apology not accepted, because I wasn't even done. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Right. Listen, the 50. I trust me. Being in real estate, I hit 50%. I start salivating. I'm like, I get a deal, 30% commission. I'm getting 15,000, 50,000 in commission. I'm getting 25,000. But if you don't know how to sell the product, you don't know the product, you can get 100% of zero because you won't close it. The first step is becoming a member of Brokers Connection, because that's your resource guide. Just like navigation in a car. Someone could say, there's an awesome party. There's a life-changing event over the bridge. You make 7 rights, 11 lefts. But then if you just punch in navigation, it'll tell you what speed to go, what ramp to get off of. That's Brokers Connection. So when you have a deal and you're like, I want to close it myself, log into your portal, pull up the program. qualify the guy yourself. You don't have to wing it. We give you navigation. So that's what I'm saying. So that's why I say when you look at 50%, be willing to do the work to earn the 50%.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because I don't want to hear people have, I had all these deals, I couldn't close them because of whatever reason. Did you look at the homework? Did you look at what questions you need to qualify? Did you know what you could provide for that client? Because we do what everyone else does, right? The everything in a box. It's the stuff we do that no one else can. And that's why studying is important. No one buys from someone they don't like, and no one does business with someone that they don't feel is a specialist in their space.
Yep.
Become that specialist.
Yeah.
We have videos for you. We have PDFs for you. We have Zooms for you. On Tuesday, we have live underwriting. You have a deal, bring it in the room.
Yeah.
Go over the deal with us.
Use the resources that we've given you.
Email it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you this. If you want, don't join the community. If you don't want to, I'm with it. But if you send in a deal and you're like, this is it, the commission is changing.
Correct.
You're my community. I'm never gonna open the door to someone that's not give a benefit to someone that's not my family.
Facts.
So being part of the community, yeah, you're in the VIP. You could be in the club, definitely. Come inside the club, but you're not in VIP. You're drinking fountain liquor. You're not getting bottles of Cristal, Grey Goose, top shelf.
Nobody wants to be GA. Nobody wants to be general admission. Trust me.
Exactly. That's the family. That's what Broker's Connection is. You see, look what time it is. We could be with our families. We're with you. Why? Because we want to make sure you get your return on investment.
We're here during a flood watch.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you guys really like, if you
Check
guys
the
wanna-
weather right
if you
now
guys
in
wanna
New York.
Google it, like our governor said that we are on, like it's a state of emergency. Like shit's flooding.
And I'm here with you.
You know what I mean? Yeah, well, here with you guys. But you know what? I have to say this, and you know when you know these gentlemen that run Brokers Connection and that you know these guys that make everything happen, you know Stanley, you know Jose, Albert, who's the man behind the scenes, leads the closing, and you know my boy Lucas, when they brought this to, you know, because they had to let us know as well. They're like, listen, you guys are not gonna have affiliates. There's no more ISOs. Everything we need to be able to allow the people in the community to make more money.
Yeah.
So that you guys send more deals. We need to lose the sales aspect with you guys, and we need to be more informative. We also need to really be just like your backbone. We just need to be like the support system for you guys.
Correct.
We've been doing this since October for you guys, Brokers Connection. So we feel like now with all this training, like if you guys want on sales floor, you guys should be closers by now, right? You guys should not still be openers. You know, you guys have like reoccurring training, but we shouldn't be teaching you guys anything new that you guys don't know. For you guys that are new to the community, of course, right? But now the people that have been a part of the community, the people that are specialists in their field, you guys deserve to make 50% for all of your hard work.
But this is the flip side to that.
I wasn't done, Stanley.
I'm loving this moment of the word coming out and pausing.
Okay, no problem.
Nah, let me stop. But this is the flip side of it. I apologize. Is some 50? That was the flip side, right? 50% shouldn't be your mark for some people. I want you to, if your business is bringing it in, it should be have one of these guys close it. Make the money in. That should be your goal. Don't let your egos or what I do. If you're like, hold on, Jose is a specialist in that space. I know merchant cash advances, but I don't know it enough to overcome objections. Call. Or you're on the phone with Ryan and you're like, you know what? I know mortgages, but this is a tough one. I can't figure it out. I'd rather you make 20% of something than 50% of nothing. I just want to reiterate that because don't think we're leaving you to swim by yourselves and you're left alone. We're here to support. I apologize.
Okay. So all right. So let's just rip the Band-Aid off, guys. If you need a sales agent to get involved, right? Your 50% is going to go just back to the 20% that you guys are getting now. Okay,
Correct.
That's it. If you need to have a sales agent get involved and there's nothing wrong with that. What these guys are trying to say is this: 50% of you guys could do it on your own. But if you can't and you need a little more training, or we need to get involved to get the deal done, then you guys are going to make the same commission that you made before, 20%. But there's no problem because sometimes you just like Stanley said, getting 50% of zero. I mean, it's nothing. Like you want to do it yourself, pound your chest, but if you're trying to close something and you can't, and then they go to another company, I mean, does that really make sense? You know what I mean? But what I will say is, What this will do, because you guys all should want to close your deals and make the 50%, utilize the live dives. The live dives is when you can literally bring the deal that you guys have on the table, and then you guys at that point bring it to the community. Everybody can really chime in, and then you guys are still technically close. You're picking our brains live at that point, and that's what you should do. So if you guys are really wanting to make those big rips, but you're not ready yet, tune into the live dives. Bring your scenario to the guys. Bring it to the panel.
And start off. What I would recommend, what I would suggest, start off with what you already know, right? Go out to networking events. You're making more money, right? Go to networking events. Let them know what you do. Just you have the marketing in the application that we provided for you. Everything is there. There's a deck. There are flyers. There are posters with all the programs. You just have to put your own QR code, put your logo if that's if you have one. But everything is already given to you. Just go ahead and network. You guys are the face. You are the ones that are going out there and presenting the programs. We're just on the back and behind the scenes, making sure that your files get processed. That is all. And it's going to be the same training that we go ahead and give our guys as well, right? And like we mentioned before, Ryan is getting this training. I mean, Ryan, what do you think of the training? I mean, I know that we put you on a spot. Tell us about the training. What did you do? From the pitch meetings to the meetings we had last couple of days. How was the training? Was it too intense? Was it too quick? Was it okay? What would you say?
Not at all. It's exactly what you need to really get the ball rolling, be able to ramp up, and actually get some leads in immediately. I mean, I've been here for 4 days and I have 9 deals already in the pipe. I think while I was at Regions Bank, probably took months to get that many deals.
Because you came from a bank, right?
Yeah, from a bank and then
a hedge fund or
also
something.
Ryan, can you touch on your history so they know you're not just coming off the street or a prop?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been in the business since 2019, started fresh out of college in the mortgage business, raising debt and equity, call it LP equity, JV, along with preferred equity, mezzanine, second notes, and first mortgages, of course, mainly stabilized, did look at some floaters, and piggybacking off what they were talking about before with the percent commission, every time we tried the co-broker deal, especially like a floater that we couldn't get done, we would get 10 to 20% if we're lucky, just co-broking that deal. So
Right.
50%, at least for me, is kind of unheard of. Been in the business for 6 years. After 4 years in the mortgage business, went to Regions Bank for 2 years or 18 months, call it. And all we did is stabilize assets, as I touched on before. And now here I am, and we're looking at everything across the board. And from what I've seen behind the scenes, these guys can get it done.
There we go.
Clap it up for that.
They know what they're talking about.
Clap it up for that.
Ryan, I'm gonna give you $20 more.
See, but you see what Ryan's saying, right? I give credit, right? First day Ryan came here, I wasn't available. I was in the middle of stuff. Jose went in there for a couple hours and went through every single program with him. Put it on the whiteboard, wrote it out, spelled it out with him, right? That's the support we give you guys. You see, he comes from that space, right? But we try to make it very simple. And we say this on the floor, we say this all the time. Our best business card is your success. And we put the time in. You guys have access to that brokerage connection. You just log in and you have everything. I just want to utilize that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's the game plan.
And also too, Ryan, you had mentioned to me before. I mean, it was I guess the companies you were at before, right? They weren't big on social media, or they weren't up with the times, right? And now coming here, it's a big difference.
They don't know how to get on Instagram. They don't even know what it is.
Right. And that's important. That's important. Today's day and age, it is. I mean, we showed him the podcast area. We showed him the AI feature of with the CRM. He was impressed. But it's all about efficiency, right? Even with these guys, what we were doing yesterday. I think we were doing we were doing something in the conference room. No, we were doing something in the conference room. I mean, I learned something new. ChatGPT was on my phone. Now I downloaded it, opened up, and now I downloaded it, paid the Prime membership. And this morning I was like, okay, write me this, and this, learn who I am. I was just excited. But it's technology. Also, too, it's a lot. Now Lucas is creating callers, right? The guy's talking, the computer, the phone is talking. That's not old. The phone is talking to you, and it sounds like it's a real person.
like Like Siri?
No,
Guys,
no,
like,
no.
fucking like Siri has a
I
minute.
know,
Oh my God.
I was trying not to
Oh my
say
God, my
anything.
phone speaks back.
Hold on, hold on, because we were talking
And
about.
I'm the new one to iPhone.
We were talking about we were
Oh
talking
my
about
God.
pitch. We were talking about a pitch, and
Oh, okay, yeah.
you know, we were talking about a pitch, and I guess Lucas said, you know what, let's write me a pitch, this, and this, but make it assertive.
Bro, this story sucks. Listen, I'm gonna explain it to you guys better. I'll say it to you better. So listen, we're in the we right now, because we're offering you guys 50%. We have to mass hire.
Yeah.
So we need bodies on the sales floor to be able to service your deals.
Yep.
Okay. So we had a big ass company meeting, and we sat in the conference room and we said, okay, we need a general pitch for everybody. We're hiring new people to this space that has they really don't know anything about business lending. They know nothing about mortgages.
Yeah.
We want to hire people that's green, because I feel like that's a more efficient way that you could grow your business from the bottom up. You could get people that you can mold, right? We don't really want bad apples, because we don't want bad apples in here servicing your deals. It's not going to be a net positive, right?
Yeah.
So what we're doing right now, yesterday, so we were in the conference room and we're developing pitches for everybody. And then Lucas, he's the techie guy, that's why he's never on camera. He's the tech guy. He said, listen, just, say the picture to the phone. And then literally said the picture to the phone. Not even the pitch. He said, generate this for me. And then in 5 seconds, the voice literally spit a pitch back out to us in literally like not even 10 seconds. Exactly what we needed. We had to critique it a little bit to make it sound like more human, but it happened like that. Jose's a techie guy as well. Not as techie as Lucas is, but he was very impressed.
Yes.
That is really the main thing. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, you can't be archaic. You can't be one of those people that don't know how to fucking use Excel. You can't not know how to use email. We have to be up on the times. Time kills all deals.
Yes.
And the purpose of technology is every year to get smaller and more efficient. That's what technology is. So if you're not up on the times, you're going to get lost. And if you don't think that your competition is not using ChatGPT to write scripts, to write how to talk to people, or sometimes they're not even ever speaking to a live agent, they're just getting text messages from AI, and people are closing deals. So if you're not trying to incorporate that into your business structure, you're going to be left behind.
Once again, that's in the CRM. Yes, use the CRM. But now, getting back on topic, should you grow your brokerage and diversify? Right. Once again, once you start getting money in, once you start growing and expanding, do you just stick to one product? No. Right. Which is what our company is based on. It's based off of speaking to a client and be able to provide all the services that the client may need. Right. Because at the end of the day, that's why we have the mortgage department. Right. That's why we have the credit repair department. I mean, Stanley, I know you're big on the credit repair department. I mean, we don't really tell clients, or we don't publicize it, but credit repair is important, because there are clients with bad credit that can become bankable, or sometimes all they have to fix is just remove maybe one or two collections, and their credit score jumps up, right? And Stanley, you had turned that into an AI, or I know. Can you explain to us a little bit about the credit repair, how that also has within itself AI, the technology behind it?
Yeah, the way we don't market for it, it's a white glove service in house, because as you know, especially during the pandemic, it got saturated over Instagram. Yeah. Everybody's telling you they can fix your credit, they can wipe your credit, do this to your credit, back up. We don't do that. We don't send out letters. Ours is based on the law. So just for a brief snapshot, when a file comes in our system, it gets scrubbed. So it does a complete audit on the credit report. It shows me if your name has been put in the system 3 different times, if you have 4 different date of births, addresses. What people don't realize is that, let's say your name's not just Tom Smith, but it's more unique, and you apply for your telephone. That kid that fills that out might miss an I, might miss an H, might miss a letter. Now, when that account opens, that name pushes to your credit report. Or even the address, where I could be at 123 Hollow and he could put 123 Swallow, and I don't even know what he did.
Jesus.
Right?
Well, he's
I don't know.
Wow.
Did he?
bro, party on the that's a foul on the plate. Jesus Christ.
Right?
Any other
Right? Have to liven up the party somehow, right? So, but that pushes, and a lot of us through the years don't really pay attention to that, because we just go and sign our name. But there's always a person that inputs that information. So if you look in your credit report, you might see your name spelled correctly, first name, last name. But then you see last name, first name. Then you see your middle name's your first name. To a credit agency, that's a red flag of identity fraud. So if you've ever been denied credit, sometimes it's just based off of that, where it's not consistent between the bureaus. Or you'll see 12 different addresses, and it's your mother's address, the apartment you lived in, then another apartment, then another apartment. So now you have 10 different addresses. And then you apply for something, and like on the business lending, let's say you would have qualified for 50,000. Now you got qualified for 20. And you sit there going, hold on, I should qualify. It's because they don't fit, your risk portfolio is now higher. So we clean all that. We get one name, one address, one phone number, because they do take down your phone number. And if you have an employer, put down that current employer. Those actually, what people don't realize when you're applying, especially for business credit and from term loans and credit cards, that increases your limit because now your risk factor drops when it comes to credit. Now it also audits all your derogatories, or your derogatories meaning latenesses, charge-offs, judgments, liens. Also, when it factors in any derogatories, which are your latenesses, your 30, your 60 to 90s. Now, just to speed it up, most credit repair companies, I'll tell you right now, just send out letters, random letters, because the old school way is just tricking the system.
Wait, hold on. I have to intro. Who just did the fireworks
I've been
on the
seeing
screen?
that. I don't know if it was us or someone else.
Which one of you guys in the community is doing the fireworks on the
I
screen?
saw
Because that's kind of fire. Who's doing it?
They hijacked our stuff. Like,
Who's doing it? Just if you want to unmute yourself, if you want to write it, who's doing the fireworks? Because that's awesome.
I thought we were doing it.
No. All right, keep going, Stanley. Sorry to interrupt.
Right.
Whoever's doing it, cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
So what was that? 60, 90 days. So the difference with us is that we focus on the law, the Fair Credit Repair Act. Now, the first way people do it, that most people do, they just send out letters and try to trick the system. Because per the law, if you send a dispute and it's not answered within 30 to 45 days, they have to remove it if it hasn't been verified. Credit agencies sucked at doing that lately, especially during COVID. But what we do is the actual law. So we'll look at a derogatory and look at the account to see if the account number is correct, if they're reporting correctly, meaning that you'll see something that's a charge off from January, but it's still reporting now. How are you reporting me late if you're already charged off the account in January? That's a violation. That's a reason why it has to come off. And what people don't really know is that you could actually sue the bureaus for those violations because you were denied credit or affected your credit due to misreporting. So that's what we focus on. So we watch the law, we deal with the CFPB, FTC, the Better Business Bureau, because only thing we do, and mind you, we don't just remove stuff, we make sure they're reporting accurately. And I'm telling you, majority of the things on your report are not reporting according to the law. And by us using the law, we're able to remove those things and more importantly, keep them off. Now, number two thing we do, we keep it clean for at least a year. We work on your credit. In the first 90 days, if you don't see things removed from your credit within the first 90 days, we do 100% money back guarantee. That's how we feel confident. Yeah. So you're not going to have the same report you started in on the first is not the same report you're going to look at in 90 days, or we do full refunds.
Yep.
That's how confident we are in our product.
And, really quick, so Ms. Horton, Shamrika, please, if I'm butchering your name, please just yell at me, do whatever you need to do. She said, yes, FACRA violations. And I remember you said Fair Credit Reporting Act, right? Like
Yep.
That's what that is?
Yep.
Fire. Jose, next segment.
You sue them through a small claims court, get $1,000.
There you go.
Violation.
$1,000.
Yep.
Well, the next segment is wealth building versus business building, right? What's the long game? Wealth building, business building. I mean, what do you think? What do you think, Darrell?
I mean, when I really don't have that much experience in investing. You know what I mean? It's definitely something that I want to get into, and this is, I'm glad that we're on this topic tonight. I don't want to keep putting everything on Stanley, but Stanley used to be a stockbroker. Mm-hmm. Okay, Stanley was a stockbroker for a very long time. Did you work for Stratton Oakmont?
Were you a good stockbroker?
Stanley did not work for Stratton Oakmont. Thank goodness. But no, but Stan, seriously, like when it comes to this episode, really tonight should be focused on sexy chocolate because you really have the most experience when it comes to. I think everybody understands. Sorry, Ryan, I don't want to cut you off, but I know that you have a history in stocks and what people should put money into. But right now, today's day and age, because you did stocks like a couple of years ago, what do you think people should do more? Should they make money? Should they invest it in stocks? Should they make money? Should they put it in deals and syndicate? Should they invest in real estate? Right now, for the average American who knows nothing about finance, in your expertise, what do you think would be the best possible way to go ahead and use their commissions that they're going to make from here in the correct way?
The first thing you look at is what you feel comfortable with. It doesn't matter what the product is, you have to feel comfortable with it, and that's knowledge. If you're gonna go into real estate, and I say this all the time, people, because I flip homes. So someone will say, "Oh, Stan, teach me how to flip." And I'm like, "Okay, what do you know about it?" Nothing. You could literally Google flipping homes, and you'll have pages upon pages that are free information. You have libraries, Audible books. So do the homework on what you want to do. Don't just let someone tell you what you should be doing or how you should invest. Now, based on that, that's where you take it from there. If you're going to go into mutual funds, if you go in stocks and bonds, I would implore you to speak to an actual SEC licensed financial advisor when it comes to that. If you're doing more high risk, where it's syndication, where you want to be the lender for MCA. I guarantee you guys know people that want to borrow money, and if they're business owners, you could actually come in. If you have a deal and you have capital, we also have another department where you could either invest in deals that go out. So we have that option. We haven't pushed that option that much. We plan to roll it out this year. But if you feel comfortable, let's say you get $10,000, $15,000, and you sit there going, "What am I going to do with it? I'm going to buy a car or something." There's other things we could do. We can go syndication, or better yet, you want to invest in the real estate. Fix and flips. You could actually put your money in other properties depending on the market. You could buy a duplex in Baltimore for $100,000, put $10,000, $20,000 into the down payment, and flip that property. So I wouldn't push anyone towards either one investment, but I just say do your homework. Don't follow a fad. Don't just follow a mentor. Do the homework. If you're going to follow someone on social media, do your homework on them. Do the homework on the community, and then that's the way you go.
No, I mean, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, listen, I'm not into real estate. I just specialize in business funding. But the fact that Stanley, and listen, he doesn't impress me that often because I already know how great he is. But he actually really impressed me last week when he said that, him himself, he bought a property in Detroit for $9,000. I didn't even know you could buy a house. Listen, we live in New York on Long Island. Shit's expensive out here. You know what I mean? He said he bought a property for $9,000, and he put $75,000 into it, and he's selling it for $400,000. The math doesn't even make sense to me. Yeah. When it comes to real estate, but that's what's out there. And listen, I'm very educated. I didn't even know that those kind of numbers existed. For putting, I thought if you bought a property for $9,000 and you put $70,000 into it, shit's gonna be worth $79,000. That's what I thought. I swear to God. Listen, I'm being very honest with you guys. That's what I thought. And see how he's like, see this? Listen. You see this loud ass chuckle? I hate that right next to me. But I'm gonna be real with you guys. That's what I thought. Just being like a business guy, a business financing guy. So when he actually said that he was selling it for $400, I'm like, Stanley, what the hell are you talking about? And then once him and Jose actually explained it to me, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So I don't know why everybody wouldn't try to get into real estate, but I guess like I guess everybody trying to get into real estate, but the thing is finding the best area and then finding the best property in the area.
Clean slate, 50%. Make sure that you're part of Brokers Connection. Make sure that your membership is active when there's a commission going on, because we want to make sure you get paid. All right. So on that note, Darrell, you can take it away. Final thoughts for Darrell. Remember, 50%. Use the CRM.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen. We're at the end of the summer. Usually August is the slowest month of the year for everybody, right? Everyone's trying to take their last minute vacations. Everyone, some people in the South or other parts of the country are getting their kids ready to go to school. And usually this is the time when, people really aren't focused on funding, right? But there's a lot of businesses right now that are getting really busy, right? There's water parks. There's athletic clothing stores. Retail is definitely going to go up in certain parts of the country. And, 100% restaurants. Like, there's still going to be businesses that are booming. I'm speaking strategically right now and specifically to our business funding, reps right now. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're speaking with people and people say that they don't need money, it's a lie. Every business needs money. Ask the questions. Are you sure $100,000 for your water park right now can't get you anything? Nothing. There's nothing that we can do for you right now. We have to stay strong. We have to stay confident in what we're doing. Now, also next month, the tariffs, whatever the hell Trump's doing right now, is going to be final. Okay, so there's gonna be no alterations. Whatever decision that he makes next month is gonna be final. Tell everybody to tell everybody to tell every. What, not getting politics. Tell everybody to buy now. Listen, we were given a 90-day grace period. We are almost there. So tell everybody to buy now. Whatever you guys are nervous about, just buy now. And that's something that's going to affect every business, and we need to capitalize on really everybody's pain points. And we need to be experts in what we do. We need to stay current with events that are going on right now in the country, and we need to be able to speak confidently on the phone and be experts at what we do. And again, just like Jose and Stanley and everybody was kind of piggybacking on tonight, it's 50%. Right now, nobody really gives 50% in our industry, maybe a couple of people for referral deals.
Not even.
Take advantage of what is happening right now. But honestly, unlike other companies, this 50% is here to stay. And we're going to train you and we're going to teach you how to do the best thing. The best thing that you could do for yourself and your family is to become an expert at what you're doing and sell your own deals. Now, again, in order to get 50% from us or from the company, please join Brokers Connection. We're gonna put the link in the description for everybody that's on other platforms, but for everybody that's on Zoom, we're gonna put the link here.
BrokersConnectionGroup.com.
And ladies and gentlemen, again, remember, you guys are gonna get a CRM. You're gonna get $1,000 in free leads a month. You guys are going to get AI. You guys are going to get support. And then at the end of the day, if it's something that there's a program in which you guys can't really fund, like you're a mortgage specialist, but you're sending over somebody for, pay down assistance in which they have a business, we need to pay it down, and you're not an expert in business lending, we're going to take care of it. We're going to get it done for you for 20. You're not an expert. You just want to pass it over to us, 20%, and then you want to fund the mortgage 50%, do it. You know what I mean? We're giving you guys complete flexibility to make the maximum amount of money as someone that's just referring a deal over. And all we want to be is your back office. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to episode 35 of Tequila Thursdays. Jose, give me my outro music. Jose, where is it? It kind of sucks. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. I'm Darrell. This is Jose. We got Rye Guy here for the first time tonight. Thanks for having me. And then to my right,
Sexy chocolate.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, you guys could have been anywhere else in the world this evening, but you guys were here with us on this rainy, if you guys are on the East Coast, Thursday evening. Tune in next week, episode 36. It's going to be a banger. August, when you guys all make it 50%, things are going to get very exciting.
Yeah.
Tune into the live dive if you guys get
Tuesdays.
deals. If you guys hustle your asses off on the weekend and you guys get some deals in over the weekend and you guys want to sell it yourself and you guys don't want to get us involved for our 30% piece, bring it to Tuesday where these guys are going to go over the deals with you and help you guys get it done.
7 to 8 p.m. Tuesdays.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Take care.